This will be a series of lectures on the chapter of radioactivity, and we will be looking at the chapter from the perspective of O-level syllabus. So this is part 1 of this series. Let's first understand what is radioactive decay, what is this process, and why does it occur. So it all has to do with the stability of the nucleus. Stability is the important thing. Now, if you think about what is inside the nucleus of an atom, you know that it contains protons, which are positive, and neutrons, which are not charged. Now we know that protons, since they have positive charge, they must have electrostatic repulsion between them. So protons will repel each other. This is the picture that we have. Now, if there was only repulsion in the atom, in the nucleus of an atom, the nucleus should definitely explode, but it does not. And the nucleus is quite stable. The nucleons are quite tightly held together in the nucleus. So why is that? There must be something else which is holding them together. And that is exactly what it is. The picture is that there's actually another force which keeps the nucleons, and by nucleons I mean both protons and neutrons. So all the nucleons are held together by an attractive force called the strong nuclear force. This strong nuclear force is an attractive force, but this force has a very small range. If you look at the diagram B, you will see that the strong nuclear force not only exists between neutrons, but also exists between neutrons and protons, and also exists between two different protons. So every nucleon in the nucleus can attract each other, but it has a small range. So only kind of the neighboring particles can attract each other, but the force is quite strong. On the other hand, the electrostatic repulsion is weaker than the strong nuclear force, but it has a larger range. So even protons that are further apart in the nucleus from each other can exert the repulsive force on each other. Now the stability of the nucleus all has to do with the balance of these two forces. If the two forces are balanced, the nucleus will be quite stable. But if the number of protons or neutrons in the nucleus becomes such that the forces are not very balanced, and let's say one is bigger than the other, then the nucleus becomes unstable. An unstable nucleus is called radioactive because it emits radiations in order to become stable. So an unstable nucleus will disintegrate, and by disintegrate I mean it will break up or make some changes in itself. And why would it do that? So that it can become stable. Now while it disintegrates, something comes out of the nucleus. It's usually alpha, beta, or gamma radiations. So this process of disintegration of an unstable nucleus for it to become stable is called radioactive decay. And the nuclei that are unstable, the nucleus that is emitting the radiations, is called the radioactive isotope or the radioactive nucleus. Now the radiations that come out of the alpha, beta, and gamma radiations that come out of the nucleus are called ionizing radiations or nuclear radiations. That's it for this video. I'll see you in part 2 of this series.